Alright, let's start with the shop. Now, this has pretty much become like the stand for every single Gorilla Tag update. And unfortunately, it is a big fat scam. It is. I mean, I'm using the word scam a little loosely there, but okay. There are 50 limited time cosmetics in the shop right now. So this is 50 limited time cosmetics that will go away sometime soon. That's counting Lemmings loot because they change out every once in a while. You would need to spend upwards of $805 without tax to get all of this. Just think about that number real quick. $805 for some, not trying to be rude, but a VR monkey game. $805. Let that echo in your head for a second. It's genuinely kind of sickening to see the monetization in this game be like this. Because what used to be a game where they mainly focused on the updates and not the cosmetics, now they're focusing all on the cosmetics and not at all on the updates. So, I mean, what's happening there? And I know some people are going to say, oh, you don't need the cosmetics to play the game, therefore your point is invalid. I would have said that was true if it wasn't for one thing. Entire updates are just cosmetics sometimes. There is a backlog of almost 20 updates of just cosmetics. Just cosmetics, that's literally it, just cosmetics. So it's a little hard to expect someone not to look at the game as it's just cosmetics. So, yeah, don't bring up those points, because those points are honestly invalid at this point. Now, on the topic of entire updates just being cosmetics, this right here. Wow, it's so cool. Oh, sarcasm. I mean, the bundle's fine, but you'll see. Okay, this is the J-Man Curly bundle. You get hair, shirt, pants, and the yellow tape, and it is $40. Now, normally this wouldn't be a problem, but Gorilla Tag bundles are normally $35. And this doesn't come with shiny rocks at all, because the other ones normally come with upwards of almost 10,000 shiny rocks to even make it worth it. So this is kind of overpriced if I'm being honest, because it's not the cosmetics, there's no shiny rocks. So what is causing this extra $5? Well, if it was like a big brand, let's say this was a collaboration, I would say, okay, fine, the extra $5 makes sense because you're having to pay for the intellectual property. And, you know, they need that money. But the problem is with this, even though J-Man Curly is a huge YouTuber, no disrespect to him, he's not causing this extra $5. I'm sorry, YouTubers aren't really the ones that can cause that. You have to be a huge brand, and therefore Gorilla Tag would have to be paying the huge brand money, and buckets of money to even be featured in the game. And that's why they would have to up the price. But that's not what's happening here. So what is this? Pure and simple greed. That's all that is. I mean, $5 may not seem like much. Go on Steam, you can get a game on a Black Friday sale for $5. I mean, it's low-key insane. Okay, let's go over here. $30! Wait, it was a $10 one, my bad, that's even worse. $30. You get 1, 2, 3 cosmetics. And 10,000 shiny rocks. Wow. Okay, now that it's $10 more, that's even more of a scam. Wow, okay. And this actually has a feature, you can actually charge up and throw lightning. And that's animated. So yeah, that's even more of a scam. Okay. That's more of a scam than I thought. Now let's move this to right here. I have a lot to say about this one. $45. And you get 2 cosmetics and 1,000 shiny rocks. That's even worse than the J-Man Curly one. First of all, you're losing 2 cosmetics, and you're paying $5 extra. How does that make sense, Gorilla Tag? I want you to tell me. How does that make sense? And also, the marketing for this was very misleading, by the way, because they made it seem like you could only get this by purchasing the Quest 3 with their special Amazon bundle, just for them a few months later to release it in here without saying anything. And upcharging for it. What is that about? It's not like this is like a special limited time. See, limited time DLC. This has been here for a couple months now. So what's happening? Because first of all, you're upcharging with these 2 new bundles. You are giving barely anything more, and the marketing around this one was heavily misleading because a bunch of people thought you could only get this by buying that Quest 3. So, you know, now they're just doing anything now. And also, 1,000 shiny rocks is equivalent to $5, by the way. These 2 cosmetics don't make $40. I'm sorry, they don't. Alright, now let's move over to another segment. I want to talk about the new merch drop, because I was talking about this kind of in my last few videos. Now I want to touch upon it because it's actually dropped now. And it is so much worse than I thought. Like, it is terrible. Let's just get out the way. A $50 toothbrush. Gorilla Tag. A $50 toothbrush. Oh, but it's electric, guys. It's electric, so it warrants the $50. Okay. So Gorilla Tag is technically a brand at this point. If you go to any major website and look up branded electric toothbrush, here's a Superman one, for example. You can get it for $5, and that's an electric toothbrush, branded with an even bigger IP. And it's $5. Gorilla Tag. I need you. I need you to tell me what's going on there. I want to touch upon something. You guys don't like players under 13 in your game, yet in the marketing, you use a kid that's definitely under 13 to market the toothbrush. I'm sorry, it's not making sense, Gorilla Tag. It's really not. And they released a Gorilla Tag birthday kit. Once again, everyone over the age of 13 is not going to care about having a Gorilla Tag birthday. Especially with the state the game's at right now, and how it's kind of losing its players and dying. Yeah, no. No one cares about that. And, like, I'm sorry. I'm not even... You guys might think I'm just sitting here hating. But I'm genuinely just trying to figure out, what were they doing? What is this new merch shop about? I'm fine with the plushes. I'm fine with that, even if they're a little overpriced. Because at least those sort of make sense. But Gorilla Tag bedsheets? A Gorilla Tag toothbrush? Gorilla Tag birthday party? What? Be honest with me. What? Are you guys buying any of that? Be real with me. Say it in the comments if you're buying any of that. And this is just another blatant example of trying to put this in the nicest way as possible. Kind of exploiting their audience. Because they see they buy the merch, and then they release these pointless ones for no reason, which is just to grab money. Like, are we serious? Question mark? Hello? What are we doing? Come on, what are we doing? I'm just gonna leave it at this. You guys can tell me your thoughts. I know this may have sounded more like a rant video, more than just me talking about a problem. It kind of is. It honestly kind of was. But, yeah, I mean, see you guys.